Surprise! Were you expecting someone else? I'm Laura. This is Stephanie. We're here again. Surprise!
Yes.
And
if you don't know who we are or what we're doing, where have you been?
I know. For a week.
Yes.
Exactly. Hello again. We are going to play a game this break stream. We present. What? How can I not present? Sure. There it is. There we go. We were going to play a game called From Beginning to End. And sorry to disappoint you, this game involves some writing. Yeah. I know Jessica's going to be cooking. Valid. We do need sustenance for brains and bodies. Hello, JC. Sky wishes they were taking a break. I feel ya. Sam says, these are the writers you're looking for. And we got a Christian and a Thomas. Awesome. Okay, so for those who do not know, and a cool gamer. Hello. Okay, for those who don't know from beginning to end, we will pick 2 random books. You can play along at home. Pick a random line for book 1. That is now your beginning. Pick a random line from book 2. That was now your ending. And then we're going to write the middle in one mad dash sprint.
Okay, so we each have our own beginning and end.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I can do that. Sounds great.
Cool. So, did you pick your 2 books or do you have options?
Well, I do have options. So, I mean, if you want to vote on other options, I totally do. Or I can pick it myself. But hold on. All right. I haven't read any of these, so I have no idea what the words are in here. So it's not like I'd be cheating. So I got some rom-com, vampires, and a zombie outbreak.
Gonna make you big.
Then we got Vacuums On. It's romance. And I have a Doctor Who book.
Woo.
And I have Listen for the Lie. It's set in a small Texas town. And one of them was murdered. So we got that. We have this one.
Love theoretically.
And then we have Neutral Zone. It's a hockey romance. And this one is Dark Corners by Megan Golden. It talks about a guy being released from prison for breaking and entering, though investigators have long suspected him in the murders of 6 women. I got them all these from my used bookshelves at the library. So
nice.
What do you have? What are you going to use? Do you know?
Well, for you, I vote for Doctor Who for your opening.
Okay.
And either the zombie rom-com or the hockey for your ending.
I'm going to do a zombie rom-com because I think that looks like a hilarious book. So,
There we go.
all right.
Okay. I have too many options.
Oh, no. Okay. Let's see what we got.
Okay. We have Unholy Terrors, which is vampire-esque. We have Dark Rise, a YA fantasy. We have House of Hunger, which is vampire-esque. We have Dowry of Blood, which is actual vampires. We have Clown in a Cornfield, YA thriller. Horror. Not thriller, just straight up slasher.
Okay.
I have my romances, Nightmare Before Christmas, Go Luck Yourself, and A Taste of Gold Iron. I have a middle grade horror called The Clackety, and I have one of my Mobsters in Love manga, but I can pick a panel.
Go Luck Yourself. You should pick for the second line.
For the ending?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I think you have a lot of vampire books. Let's do a line from the horror one. The
clown.
That one.
Clown in a Cornfield.
Yes. I don't like clowns, but I think it'll be kind of weird to be like, perhaps it could be like more horror and then more loving.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know. So we just turn to a random page.
Yes. Jessica says, I picked 2 at random because I closed my game, of course, and they both ended up werewolves. Oh.
Ooh.
All right, let's see. What is my opening line?
So we just
field.
So we just open it and pick a random page.
Yes. Oh, he couldn't breathe. His focus was fading.
All right, mine said, I wasn't invited, but I stepped into the lift anyway.
Oh. His focus was fading. Okay, that's my opening. And my ending is from Go Luck Yourself. Be hilarious if it was the panic attack scene. Oh. Locke flinches, eyes cutting across the millimeter of space between his fingers and my lips.
Ready?
Yes.
Eventually, he calmed for good and she could address his other lacerations.
Lacerations, you say?
Yes. All right.
Hello, free range female. We are playing a game. So these are the rules. Pick 2 random books. Pick a random line from book 1. That is your first sentence. A random line from book 2. That is your last sentence. And we're going to write the middles.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. I am going to be a glutton for punishment and share my screen where I'm writing in my document.
Okay.
Yeesh. Does this work? It does not work. No. Okay, well.
There you go.
Uh-huh. So, if you guys want to share what you write, you can DM me on Instagram at nettles.animation or in the Discord at lorenettles. Either way, I can find it. If you don't have either, email it at authorlorenettles@gmail.com. Surprise, surprise. Okay. I just realized I can't share a timer if I'm sharing my document.
Oh, that's lame.
Let me see real quick. My timers might be too big.
Can I share a timer? You mean like I share one? And then, or can you only have one screen share at a time?
I think I can only have one screen share at a time. Do you want to try?
Yeah, I'm just gonna share my Google Doc that's blank and see how that goes. And then that way we'll know. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Well, there's your Google Doc.
There's my Google Doc.
Before presenting a screen, remove other media streams from the stage. I can only do one at a time.
Oh, okay. All right.
Things. Okay, well, would we like to do 2 10s? Do you want to do a 15?
Let's do a 15.
15.
Yeah. Do you do this game often?
I've never done it.
Oh, okay.
It was one that I found out about when I did a Google.
Oh, gotcha.
Share screen. Okay. So, yes, this is a break stream. We're taking a break from our whip. We're going to write our random story real quick.
Yes.
Let's see. I used to put in the chat, come back at 15 or when the timer would end when sharing a screen other than a timer. Oh, we can do that.
And you could like highlight the comment down below, like, share the comment.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
Yeah, do that.
Do you want me to share my document or do you want to share your document?
Are we doing this more than one time?
If we do 2 10s, we can share one document once and the other document the other time.
All right, let's do a 10 and you share yours first.
Okay.
And then we'll do mine second.
Okay. Okay. And then share screen. No. This one. Okay. There we go. Genius.
Yay.
Sky for the win.
Woo-hoo.
So apparently I have a character named Locke. So we got a Scotsman in this.
All right.
Okay.
My characters have not been named.
There we go. All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
Let's do this. I'm gonna mute because my keyboard is loud.
Okay.
We got this. Let's do it.
Yay.
All right. That was the first 10 minutes.
How'd you do?
All right.
Did you finish?
No, I didn't get my second line in yet.
I mean, neither.
So, got this many words. I'm at 264.
I'm at 288.
Ooh, beating me.
Barely.
Sam sent me something.
Woohoo.
Okay. Let's see. Is it okay if I share it, Sam? I'm assuming so because you sent it. But I will wait for the okay.
If you want, I will read out what I have so far.
Sure.
Wow. All right. So my first sentence was, I wasn't invited, but I stepped into the lift anyway. And the last sentence I was given was, eventually he calmed for good and she could address his other lacerations. Which is weird because the first sentence is first person and the last sentence is third person, but it's fine. This is what I have. I wasn't invited, but I stepped into the lift anyway. Today hadn't gone as planned, but what else is new these days? It seems like the more I plan, the more things go wrong. Pressed the button for the top floor and accepted my fate. There was no turning back from my fate. It had long ago been decided this was the life for me. As the lift gently whisked me up, I adjusted the tight-fitting corset and adjusted the headpiece one last time. There were worse things in life than to marry someone I didn't love. The elevator opened up on the 27th floor, and I rolled my shoulders back, releasing the tension and plastered what I hoped didn't look like a deranged smile onto my face. With each step I took down the blue carpeted hallway, I breathed into my nose and out through my mouth. I needed my future spouse to think I wanted this, and perhaps a look of terror wouldn't be the best thing. I glanced at my reflection as I passed a photograph of the Eiffel Tower and I adjusted my smile. Great, you made it, and just in time. I was pulled through the door and was dumbfounded by the spectacle in front of me. There was a man, quite muscular, dressed in a white tuxedo, with one hand dripping blood, staining the white carpet, not to mention the tuxedo he was wearing. Don't just stand there. Help your future husband. I snapped to attention and dragged this man to the bathroom and rinsed off the blood, which was thankfully not pumping out as much. What happened? And that's where I ended.
What color me shocked?
I didn't know where I was going. I just typed. I didn't have a plan.
Excellent work.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I can read Sam's. She was guzzling some coffee. Jessica got 116 because I was shoving food in my face. I got a first line in, but nothing else.
That's okay.
Awesome. I didn't count the words. That is totally fine. So let me read Sam's real quick.
Okay.
First line from This Will Be Fun by E.B. Asher. Gawel the Great was almost sad they would be saving the realm tomorrow. For it meant that he would be out of a job forever. Well, that technically wasn't true. He had many skills that were needed, wanted, downright desired, and crazed eyes and lip licking. But the hero gig paid so well. He could literally roll in coins and jewels. His daughter could hide within the mounds of leather bags of them. Gawel knew even that much wouldn't last forever. He calculated about 10 years if they kept their lives as they were. Mediocre. That wouldn't do for Arletta. She deserved the world. So he would go back to sweating constantly, majestically molding the flesh under his fingers into perfection with all the care and love he could muster, and smiling at every moan and whimper his art brought forth. He handed his Arletta the first bun out of the oven with a smile, knowing whatever he did, it was worth it, because he got to spend it with his baby girl. And even at almost 8, Arletta Starstone knew the true gifts in life were the people she shared it with every day. Last line from a Fellowship of Bakers by Magic by Jay Penner. Intriguing, Sam. Intriguing. I did not expect it to go the baker route.
I like this exercise activity because you kind of get to see how people write. Like you can kind of see how they write at the end of a giant long book or lots of stories, but how they write in a constrained amount of time. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'll read what I got so far, but people will probably write it on screen. He couldn't breathe. His focus was fading. Panic was set deep in his bones, rooted as if. There we go. Nope. F, not H. Thank you. As if cloying grapevines were strangling his lungs, his throat, his mind. Breathe, Cato, breathe. Color dimmed, the gray swirling over his vision. He was going to die from a stupid panic attack. What a noble death. Father would be so proud. I'm here. Breathe with me, Cato. I'm here. A sunburst of color flooded through his delirium. It was Locke. Cato had recognized that voice anywhere. That silhouette he dreamed of for weeks. Months, if he was honest with himself. Warm fingers caught Cato's shoulder, pulling him backwards, so he was leaning against Locke's chest as they both sat on the cold, hard floor. With me. I'm here. Cato's breaths stuttered at the shock of the one he'd pined for his close proximity. He was being held by Locke for the first time of his life. It was during a fucking panic attack. In, Cato. Breathe in. That's it. Hold it. Now out. What felt like an hour, Cato synchronized his breathing with the man he'd revered emotionally from afar, never taking the step to confess. He couldn't. It'd break what they had beyond repair, and drive Locke as far away as the Scot could flee. Cato had to bottle it in, swallow it down, let it compress under pressure into diamond. That's what I got so far.
You sure like writing about panic attacks.
The first line was conducive to it. The world was fading. And he couldn't breathe.
He could have been dying, like drowning or something.
That's
or
true.
What if he was shot and then the world was fading away from him?
That's true. Too bad.
Sorry.
All right, do you want to share your document and we shall go for 10 more minutes?
Are we doing the same one so we can finish it? Or
yeah.
Okay, yes.
Do you just want to do 5 minutes or a full 10?
What do you think? Do you think you can finish it in 5? Or do you want 10?
This is 7.
7? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Share screen.
There we go. Will you look at that?
Here we go.
Okay. Oh, I never even took off the banner.
Oh.
All right, we're coming back at 43. So I guess it's 8 minutes. Whatever. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's do it. There we go. How much more time do you need?
Like a minute, I promise. How about you?
Okay.
How about
I did it.
Okay.
You can do it. You can do it.
All right. We're good. I'm done. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Who needs spaces between words?
Right.
Lame.
Okay. All right. I'm done. And we're looking at my bad grammar.
We just wrote little thingamajigs.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to go first or second?
Well, you went first last time, so I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Kakahime!
All right. So, read it from top to bottom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to share your screen so we can read it along?
Oh, yes, I will do that.
Laura's also writing a little thingamajiggy.
Woo-hoo. All right. If you're reading
so for those
along,
just joining, we picked a random line from one book for our opening sentence and a random line for a second book for our last sentence, and we had to write the middles.
Okay, so if you're following along on the screen, just know that I suck at like typing stuff out. Sometimes there's no like
formatting
or like quotation marks or whatever. So it's fine. It's a very rough draft. Okay, people. All right.
Okay.
All right. I wasn't invited, but I stepped into the lift anyway. Tonight hadn't gone as planned, but what else is new these days? It seems like the more I plan, the more things go wrong. I pressed a button for the top floor and accepted my fate. There was no turning back from my fate. It had long ago been decided this was life for me. As the lift gently whisked me up, I adjusted the tight-fitting corset and adjusted the headpiece one last time. There were worse things in life than to marry someone I didn't love. The elevator opened up on the 27th floor, and I rolled my shoulders back, releasing the tension and plastered what I hoped didn't look like a deranged smile onto my face. With each step I took down the blue carpeted hallway, I breathed in through my nose and out through my mouth. I needed my future spouse to think I wanted this, and perhaps a look of terror wouldn't be the best thing. I glanced at my reflection as I passed a photograph of the Eiffel Tower and adjusted my smile. Great, you made it, and just in time. I was pulled through the door and was dumbfounded by the spectacle in front of me. There was a man, quite muscular, dressed in a white tuxedo with one hand dripping blood, staining the white carpet, not to mention the tuxedo he was wearing. Don't just stand there. Help your future husband. I snapped to attention and dragged this man to the bathroom and rinsed off the blood, which was thankfully not pumping as much. What happened? A grunt, if you could even call it that, was the only answer I was given. If you expect me to marry you, I think I should know what I'm walking into. Wouldn't you agree? I found a clean washcloth under the sink and finished wiping the partially dry blood off his hand. I patted it dry, followed by wrapping it in bandages. You're here? He whispered. I gently took his face and tilted it towards me. Whatever happened to him really shook him up. His beautiful blue eyes were bouncing around the room, not really focusing on anything. Who did this to you? I asked, more sternly this time. They said you weren't coming. They said you were gone. I promised I would come. I replied, I'm not going anywhere. Where did you go? He whispered once more. I kneeled down to his level, placed my hands on his knees, and leaned in. I came for you, and I'm not going anywhere. Eventually, he calmed for good, and she could address his other lacerations. The end.
You did it! You connected them! Woo! Bravo! Bravo! And Laura is writing something spicy. Alas, I cannot share spicy on screen. But yes. Excellent work.
Thank you. It was a little weird because it was like the first sentence was first person, the last sentence was third person point of view. So that was a little, but I think I made it work.
Uh-huh. I made... So the first sentence was past tense. So I changed the last sentence to be past tense as well.
Okay.
But everything else should be the same.
All right. Oh, look at you, properly formatting stuff.
Yeah. He couldn't breathe. His focus was fading. Panic was set deep in his bones, rooted as if cloying grapevines were strangling his lungs, his throat, his mind. Breathe, Cato, breathe. Colors dimmed, the gray swirling over his vision. He was going to die from a stupid panic attack. What a noble death. His father would be so proud. I'm here, breathed me Cato. I'm here. A sunburst of color flooded through his delirium. It was Locke. Cato recognized that voice anywhere. The silhouette he dreamed of for weeks, months if he was honest with himself. Warm fingers caught Cato's shoulder, pulling him backwards, so he was leaning against Locke's chest as they both sat on the cold, hard floor. With me. I'm here. Cato's breath stuttered as at the shock of the one he'd pined for his close proximity. He was being held by Locke for the first time of his life, and it was during a fucking panic attack. In, Cato. Breathe in. That's it. Hold it. Now out. For what felt like half an hour, Cato synchronized his breathing with the man he'd revered emotionally from afar, never taking the step to confess. He couldn't. It'd break what they had beyond repair and drive Locke as far away as the Scot could flee. Cato had to bottle it in, swallow it down, let it compress under pressure into a diamond. Diamonds didn't explode under duress. Apparently, I did. Sobs racked my body as air finally reached my diaphragm. Blessed air, smelling of Locke shampoo, swirled into me. It was pine, not his usual vanilla. Pine, like Christopher's. He had used Christopher's shampoo. I was too late. He didn't want me and had already chosen another to sleep with, to domesticate with, to love. You're okay, Cato. You're okay. I've got you. His arms were secure around me, grounding me in my misery. One hand slid up to the nape of my neck, stroking the short hairs there, then my jaw. I won't ever leave you to fight through this alone. Cato opened his puffy eyelids and glared into the beautiful brown eyes of the man he loved. But you chose Christopher, not me. Locke flinched, eyes cutting across the millimeter of space between his fingers and my lips. Here we go.
I like that one. I like that. That's good.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
So that was intro from Clown in a Cornfield, outro from Go Look Yourself.
Mine was intro from a Doctor Who book, which makes sense because I talked about a lift and they're very British. And then the second one was from this Zong rom-com, which was the eventually he calmed for good and she could address his other lacerations, which makes sense because there's vampires and zombies in the book. So
there we go. Well, thank you all so much for being here. It's been fan-flippin'-tabulous. That was a different kind of break. It was a productive break of a sort. How many words did I end up with? 414. Not too shabby.
I ended up with 451.
Haha.
Nice.
Nice.
In fact, that's the only thing I've written all marathon. Other than book blurbs. Like that doesn't count.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I've written, so.
Thank you for participating, Sam. All right. Well, up next is Alice.
Yes.
So let me get that link for whatchamacallit, the chat. Oh my goodness. Okay. Jessica said, I never even reached my second line. 552 words, and only one of the lines. It's too wordy. I'm too wordy for this. That's all right. You had some fun. Exactly. Jinx. We both got the playlist link. Ta-da!
Hey.
Well, see you all there. Where will they find you next, Stephanie?
Please hold. Just hold for like 2 seconds, okay?
Okay.
Because I was smart and I saved the playlist in my bookmarks tab, okay? Instead of trying to find it each time. So
This says you're with Alice.
next, really?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's probably true. Oh, look at that!
Just for the first leg.
Okay, well that's good. All right, so I guess you'll see me next, and then I am busy the entire day, so you will not see me on screen because I will be at a vendor event tomorrow where I'm going to try to sell all of my books. But honestly, if I sell 3, I'll be happy. I try to sell 3 so I don't have to lug them all back home. Like, really, that's what it is. And then Sunday morning, so like after midnight, so all day Saturday turns midnight. Sunday morning, I'm going to be co-hosting with Sky from 2:00 Eastern until 6:00 Eastern.
In the morning.
Yes.
Yes.
And then I'll be on screen during the closing session. That's at noon Eastern.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it for me.
Good night, Jessica. And there is a link for the survey. Sam is awesome. We'll see you over at Alice's. Have a good evening.
Right.
Adios. Bye.
Bye.